And hello everybody, my name is NikoTheLegend, also known as the Well-Mannered Teenager and the Snowflake, and today we're going to be talking about another crucial key component on making Anthem something decent or playable, or maybe even great, or at this point a lot shittier. We're going to be talking about Anthem lead producer Ben Irving is leaving BIOWARE. Yes, one of the head honchos of the Anthem development team has finally left after 8 years of working at BIOWARE to work with, I should say, another gaming studio. No one knows what gaming studio it is. No one knows really why truly he's actually leaving. But I think we can actually take a wild guess why he is actually leaving. Maybe because Anthem sucks complete balls. But hey, I never played Anthem. All I've heard was mostly negative things, and then seeing it in its creation process, I had a pretty good idea that it wasn't going to be the game we all thought it was going to be, the ultimate loot shooter, the Destiny killer. Which, why would someone spend time being a Destiny killer? I have no idea why, because Destiny 1 and 2 are pretty ass out the gate for 1 year, thanks to Activision and all their stupid microtransactions and all that. But guys, Ben Irving has been there for 8 years, since 2011. Probably not during the golden years of BioWare, because you got Dragon Age 2, you got, well, Dragon Age Inquisition was great, but then you got the folly of Mass Effect 3 with its, original shit ending or confusing ending. Then you got Anthem and Mass Effect Andromeda, and even if he wasn't working on those games, I'm just saying, well, we can't forget the Old Republic. The Old Republic and Dragon Age Inquisition were probably the only games that stuck with the BioWare's true identity, even though BioWare doesn't make MMO games. But you can still, if you played the Old Republic, you can still see the writing magic and the gold that comes with it. And BioWare is no stranger to great stories. But this guy hasn't been here as long as the other greats that have left the studios, which is, pretty disappointing. And this definitely doesn't help the Anthem case. What does this mean? Ben Irving leaving one of the head honchos during mid-fix of this game, Anthem, which we all love or hate, but mostly hate probably, especially after Cataclysm was just released to no one knows kind of reception. Just it should have been something that should have happened right out the gate. But without even talking about that, if you lose many key members from BioWare and from a game that's supposed to have a long development cycle or a life cycle, development cycle, this game's still in development, even if it's been released. This is just what happens when you, as an individual like Ben Irving and many others who left BioWare during this game's, discouraging development cycle, then you can kind of understand and why people go to other gaming companies to work on other things, because they probably just don't want to work on this game anymore. They put in basically the 6 to 8 years this game was in development, longer than Mass Effect Andromeda, probably one of their most developed game of all time in BioWare's history. But you can fact check me on that. I don't know how long the older BioWare games took to make, like Neverwinter Nights and Baldur's Gate. I don't know. But what I do know is that this is a game that was struggling from the get-go, and it continues to struggle, and it's losing a part of its identity, and I don't know what people are going to do without these key members trying to make the game good. I don't know. But EA is definitely gung-ho for this game still, so we can only imagine what's yet to come. I just want to kind of get an idea of how you guys feel about Ben Irving leaving. Actually, to be honest, this is the first time I've ever heard his name mentioned. I'm sure I've seen it plenty of times in BioWare credits, if he has been there since 2011, because we've all been playing BioWare games constantly, consistently, over and over and over. But he's definitely not up there with the names like Casey Hudson and Mark Dara and Mike Gamble and Drew Capershit, those greats. But hopefully this guy finds what he's looking for. I hope he enjoyed his time at BioWare for whatever it was worth. Maybe he took something out of it, how to not develop a game and not screw something up so great. I'm not entirely sure. But wherever he goes, I hope he takes his creativity and takes any part that made BioWare games great in his years from 2011 to now and brings it on to other great studio games. It's interesting that he didn't list what studio, but I think that's just confidential reasons, confidentiality, like HIPAA or something like that. And maybe one day we'll find out. There are plenty of other developers, like I said, have gone to other gaming studios, and I think they've listed the name of the studios, but they're working on, guess what, RPGs. So it's pretty interesting to see this person go to another studio, and it's gonna be a continuing thing. It's gonna be a continuing thing. I guess Ben Irving's main outing, main development time was in the BioWare branch in Texas, which was where the Old Republic was developed and being worked on. So I have him to thank for such an amazing game like that. But, you know, a lead producer on Anthem, yeah, eesh, what a way to ruin the portfolio or your resume. But, you know, I'm sure people can give him a pass, a complete pass. Now, EA's resume, well, we all know how that is. But anyway, folks, let me know how you feel about this. Ben Irving, another great, leaving BioWare after so many years of working on our favorite games or least favorite games in the BioWare franchise. But I'd like to know what it means for BioWare and everything else. Thank you so much, and take care, Pathfinders.